So let's talk about our next match first. Ukraine versus Taiwan. Ukraine starting off the lower seed, but beating Brazil with an upset match and only has one loss to Japan. Still came strong in their group stage. In comparison, Taiwan, they had a little bit of rough, I'd say, a preparing stage, but in group stage, they performed well and came out the first of their own group. So this will be very interesting match to see. So we still have a bit of time before the match starts, so feel free to ask questions. Highlight me.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
And I'll definitely be there as well to answer anything while we're waiting for the next match to start. Got my coffee in hand and I'm ready to tackle the day.
Fantastic.
And it looks like our next match is going to be Ukraine versus Taiwan, correct?
Yes, it is, indeed.
Yes, and that should be starting here just shortly.
I think this is going to be an interesting match, considering how strong Taiwan are. Against Ukraine, who managed to battle against the odds to be here today. So we got a question in from Evan Yiliu, asking which team do we favour personally? I think we go across the board to start with Zetrop with this one.
Well, I'm kind of looking at both teams here, and I'm wanting to say I have a strong feeling Taiwan's going to probably take this one. And personally, I'd like to see them move forward.
Absolutely, I think they fought so hard last year and to bring Korea to the tiebreaker, only to be brought down at the last minute. So I think to see them do very well this year would be that'd be wonderful for them.
And then I would like to cheer for the, well, not so underdog, but still, for Ukraine. They did a great job on their group stage, beating out Brazil.
Absolutely, they did. That was a tough match.
Yeah, that was indeed a tough match, and I'd like to see another upset from here.
Another question from GameLord SOS asking if Australia is having a second chance. What's this loser bracket thing? Do you have an answer for that, Zetrot? I'll answer it. I think the loser bracket was created to give players and teams a second chance. I guess just an extension of the tournament to give people another opportunity to play under tournament conditions, which I think is a great idea, because this sort of thing only comes around once a year, and rarely, more commonly now, since people are taking initiative in creating tournaments of their own, but something publicised to this level, it gives people another chance, which is fantastic.
And this became a sort of airbag, because it lessens the player's burden on each match. Well, before it was you lose and you're out early, but now you're given the second chance. Who knows? Even you're from the loser bracket, but you can still win the whole thing.
Absolutely. Oh, did you just say there's an opportunity to come away from the loser bracket?
I mean, yeah, actually, it's how double elimination goes, that a winner from the winner's bracket will face a winner from the loser bracket in the finals, where the winner from the loser bracket will have to defeat a winner from the winner bracket twice in order to get their championship.
Incredible.
Yes.
So, it's not totally over for every team that has lost.
That's a very interesting concept. And looks like we got a sub for Ukraine.
Yes,
so we're going to see someone else coming in.
We have a sub. And we also have a special guest.
That's Z-Cat, isn't it?
Yes, it is definitely Z-Cat, as it was requested. You gonna say anything, Z-Cat? No? Okay. Don't say nothing. Fine.
Why can't we hear from Raikat? I mean, Raikat then.
It's quite a silent one. I'm gonna bring him up. Spare me a moment.
That's enough the cats. Oh, we're starting.
Alright.
Hold on a second.
It looks like the next match is gonna be starting. And what are your thoughts on that, Z-Cat? Alright, that's good. Hopefully we'll see some strong players on both the Taiwan and the Ukraine side.
And remember, this is just a warm-up.
He's really quite opinionated, your cat, isn't he?
Yeah. It was opinionated that it wanted me to let it go.
Why don't we let the cats commentate?
My cat wants absolutely nothing to do with this.
So this warm-up map from a very known mapper, I'd say, Karen SK.
Yeah, Karen is famous for creating these AR-10 maps that are very wide, extremely high side velocity, big jumps, usually space streams.
And most of his or her works are unranked, but we could see some of them getting ranked as a guest difficulty.
In fact, what's very interesting is I'm actually in the process of ranking the cheat reel map, which is one of the bigger unranked maps from Karen that has over 400 favourites to date, and it was created in 2012, I believe. So it's been in process for almost 2 years. So that's in the works and something to get hyped about.
Oh, that's great to hear. I mean, everybody would love that cheat reel map coming to getting ranked.
I think that's his most famous work today.
Yeah, one thing to note, with games like OWC, definitely keep your kitties off your desk, because they will attack your monitor.
Absolutely, and not just... That is so true. They chase the cursors. I remember my cat as a kitten, I wouldn't have him on the table because he'd do exactly that and get in the way and start typing for me.
Well, great. We should give an applause to Granje? How do I pronounce that?
Possibly Granja, but I'm not sure. I'd say Granja just in case, but I'm trying to think of the Ukrainian dialect, so I'd play safe and go Granja, but it could be Granja.
I'm very sorry for causing yet another commentator curse, but he was doing great. Look, you can look at his scores, and he is the only one who is on a different digit.
Yeah, I mean, very surprising play from Ukraine right now, even though it's just a warm-up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's showing some strength. Again, this all adds to the morale that the team are going to have to utilise if they're going to win the map against Taiwan.
And this could be the sign of an upset, which I'd like to see.
Actually, personally, I am rooting for Ukraine, because whoever Ukraine beats, if we have a chance of beating Austria, then we'll have to face the winner of this match. So I'm rooting for Ukraine all the way, because Taiwan is just very scary in general.
Then I should cheer for Taiwan. Just to get in your way.
Good call.
Okay, so we got the results. And Ukraine takes this warm-up. The best score comes from Granje with a score of 12 million points.
That's right.
And it looks like it looks like there was no full combos though from that at all.
Yeah, current maps are usually hard.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it makes sense. It looks like the next warm-up map is going to be BS Power Explosion, and it's the Baka Yeah difficulty.
What's very interesting is this has nothing to do with the OWC pick.
Why.
This is extremely difficult. It's hugely spaced. It's a very hard map.
And you could
Streams all over the joint.
In the midway, but the quartets are being really annoying in this map.
All right, Zcat, do you want Ukraine to win or Taiwan? One meow for Ukraine and a long meow for Taiwan. I'm gonna say that was definitely a Taiwan meow.
That was long.
That's fantastic. Where else would you get to hear Zcat but live on stream in front of nearly 3,000 people?
Oh yes. And what better place than on a stream for cats to thrive? Cats and internet are a beautiful combination.
Absolutely. My cat just doesn't want to speak. He's just sitting in front of me on my, pretty much on my keyboard, just pressing spacebar, just having none of it. How'd you get your cat to meow?
Well, I kind of taught her to speak, kind of like what you'd consider a dog. I have a command for her. I usually, if you notice, I try to not open the mic till the very last second, because I usually go like,
oh, we heard.
And that will get her to, that'll get her to meow.
And here we go, back to wait. Absolutely.
Oh wow, she wants to attack the screen because I guess she can hear the hit sounds and she don't like that sound.
That was not your cat. That's incredible.
It is definitely my cat. She's on my monitor and she.
Oh my god.
She's attacking the screen.
Maybe she just wants to play us.
This is so off topic, but so fantastic. I love it.
Well, I don't have a touch screen, so I'm gonna go ahead and let her go. Because I do not want to see my monitor get damaged.
Let her grab your mouse.
Yeah, it's play for you.
Very impressive stream play though from all the teams here for this warm-up match.
Note in this particular map they have a lot of quad stacks which are pretty hard to tackle for some players.
Yeah, I really hate these quads.
We've actually got one quad at the very beginning of a map in one of our picks this OWC in the round of 16 that we're seeing today. At the start of the map, I'm going to see how many people that takes out that don't expect it. We'll just have them practice, it's a good way to tell. So for the Ukrainian team, hopefully we'll see an appearance from Rockly Jukio, something along those lines. He used to show his face in every chart through 2012 and 2013, and he's won quite a few of them too, so he's a very consistent player. He's been around for a very long time.
I think a map like this can better show Team Taiwan's skill though.
Absolutely. A few things to say about a couple of the Taiwanese players. We've got on the team that aren't showing their faces right now. We've got Dabin Long, who's a very consistent player. We've got Small K, who's now in the top 6 in the world, one of the fastest players in terms of aim. Crazy good at 10.3. That's the AR 10.3, which is AR9 with double time. And a little bit of cursor dancing from Mooks1231, which shows some enthusiasm today.
And Baka Yaro had a perfect combo there, along with Mook SS1231. Definitely strong plays from both of them.
Some really good accuracy on the streams. And of course, Baka Yaro, one of the last remaining hidden only pros, who's got some incredible reading skills.
And we're moving on to the banning phase.
So let's see if the sun will shine on Hidden today.
It shined a while ago, but it was just didn't picked.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you didn't know, that was a reference to the Taiwanese flag. Predominantly red with a blue square with a sun in the middle. It's quite a lovely one.
Alright, so we'll be waiting for those bands to come in, and I'm pretty excited to see. It definitely looks like Taiwan has a strength when it comes to streams. Well, I'm judging this off our warm-up matches, so there's definitely anybody's game still, but from my personal opinion, it looks like Taiwan's got the strength when it comes to speed, and Ukraine might have it when it comes to movement. It looks like that might be Ukraine's strong point here. It'll definitely be more apparent when we see what maps are banned here, what they're going to decide to try to go for their main driving factor to take points home.
So Raikou, what are your expectations here?
I mean, on a map, we'll have to see. I mean, if we're talking about the bans, I'm gonna go ahead and say Taiwan certainly have a very hidden strong team. So I guess I'm just expecting Hidden not to get banned so much, but I'm gonna have a think about this quickly. I'm gonna get back to you on this.
Just stick a pin in it for now.
There we go. Okay, I'm back. I've got a couple of ideas. Personally, I think a couple of Hidden picks are expected to stay today, considering they've got Bakayaro and Only For You, who are both very good at Hidden. Considering the Ukrainian side, we've got some very strong hard rock players, so it's going to be interesting to see if we've got a battle of wills from both captains. I'd like to see some, I guess, some captain play, some of the mindsets to try and dominate the other team through picks, I guess. So we'll have to see what they are when they come through. This is a very interesting side to it. There's always a mind game.
So we might see like 2 Hidden bans from Ukraine and 2 hard rock bans from Taiwan.
You know what? I think that'd be quite an accurate representation. Let's see if that comes through.
I've expected teams to ban out How Far We've Come. I mean, that's kind of tricky.
Yeah, it's definitely a trickier double time because of how compressed it is.
Absolutely. So it just takes one sort of wrong angle to miss a note, but it's got very high BPM, which is very intensive considering the amount of circles to sliders for the single tap players, which are the vast majority.
I'd like to see Music Revolver being played.
Absolutely.
Those streams on Hidden are just beautiful.
Yeah, they are really, they absolutely are. Yeah, I remember test playing them shortly after they came out. I was really excited to see the Hidden picks.
So we're on the game 3, but we are not seeing that much hard reps, aren't we?
Not so much. We've seen the hiatus earlier, but the rest of them we haven't actually seen any of them yet.
Yeah, oh, just once. When
just once?
Yeah, Korea versus China match.
That's correct.
I guess before the bans coming, we have our first map picked, actually. It is out. I bet you'll forget that even if you notice that.
That's quite the title there.
It's brilliant. It's one of the recent maps, I guess. It came out earlier in the year. As a normal pick, it's appropriate for this level of difficulty.
Okay, so we have player switch from Taiwan. Dabalong will switch out Only For You here. Okay, so we have an update on our bands. First band will be Matryoshka from Nomad Pick. Second will be Sarabai Toshiki Kanashimi Tachio from Hard Rock. And third one will be Precious Friends from Double Time. and fourth one will be New Astronomers from Fremont Peak. So pretty balanced, isn't it?
Yeah, actually. Not one type of map was singled out like we saw in group stage. And it seems like it's actually pretty much open for anybody.
And there goes Haya Eternal being polite to everyone and saying, "Hello everyone, good evening."
He's our resident artist, if you remember back in the group stages.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was.
Now there's the quad that I was mentioning earlier at the very start of this map.
Yeah, there's a lot of energy in this map, though. Definitely a lot of movement going on.
In fact, that quad at the start of the map stays true to the title of the song. I'll bet you forget that even if you notice that, so we'll see how many people do further on in the tournament.
And right off the bat, we're seeing misses from Ukraine's side. Actually, Granny and Blood Monk both missing at the missing. And from Taiwan side, we have Mook SS 1231 missing as well, but it's 3 full combos to, well, actually 1 right now. Aka did miss too.
Yeah, very strong play from the Taiwan side right now. They're still holding 3 full combos, almost. It does look like there might have been an early drop from Dib and Long there.
Probably from the quad earlier.
Yeah. But it still has a lot of steam and going really strong. And Blimnak is still holding his full combo for Ukraine.
And Bakayaro just missed, so Ukraine still have a chance for a comeback. So will they be able to bait it out from Taiwan?
Only if their line is strong enough. Oh, the fisherman jokes.
Here we go. See some more hardcore fishermen plays. Best fishermen in the world, those hardcore fishermen.
I've noticed a lot of these, this kind of reminds me, just song-wise, this kind of reminds me of, the Fear and Loathing, music, and the beat maps kind of along the same kind of creation, too. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting to see how people map stuff and how it's like, you know, converted out.
I really feel the similar part where, while in this song, where they grow.
Oh no! It looks like there might have been a drop on Taiwan's side, which means Ukraine could take full advantage of this, which they're going to.
Oh, this is bad for Taiwan. Bakayo just disconnected. Blood Monk just did miss, but it doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah, Ukraine's definitely going to be able to take advantage of that disconnect on Taiwan's side and probably walk away with this 1-0 at this point.
Okay, so the match ended and here's the result. Ukraine takes a point away from Taiwan with a score difference of almost 5 million points. The best score is from Taiwan, Saya Eternal, with a great full combo there. But still, a single disconnect caused them the match. That's sad to hear.
But this is something you have to take into account for, and unfortunately, Taiwan's side wasn't strong enough to hold the whole team with one of their team's members disconnecting, and I do believe Bakayaro actually had quite the high amount of score there. Might have been the entire difference of a win or loss.
And Ukraine team did a really great job. Even though they missed, they still catch up in their combos and made that happen.
Yeah, they took full advantage of that disconnect. Alright, so we'll just be waiting for the next pick. Was that a Ukraine pick for that map, or was that Taiwan's pick?
I'm not sure. I'll need to ask.
Yeah, not a problem. We could ask our eyes in the sky there. Our panel of amazing people.
Guardian angels, if you will. Debatable. Not really. They're great.
Yeah, it was great. So, what's all about that crow clock joke? I have no idea what's going on.
Well, I'll let Z-Truck explain this one.
Okay, so, well, at least the last OWC I took part in, what map was it? It's so hard to remember. There was a map that had a real ironic name to it, and we just kept punning it the whole time. Kind of, sort of like how invisible is a hidden pick. That's a really good, play on words there. Invisible, hidden pick. It's really great. And Cruel Clocks was a very cruel map.
Oh yeah, indeed it was.
So it was definitely on the harder side. So we'd make jokes about time and how cruel the map is. And that was Ukraine's pick that they took that point on. So I guarantee Ukraine's feeling really happy about that.
And now it's for Taiwan, then we might see some hidden picks, aren't we?
I'm hoping so.
Let's just hope it's definitely not transparent.
Oh god.
Where did that come from?
Well, everybody's looking for hidden picks. Hope we see them.
Oh god, I love it really.
Puns for days.
Izitro has been always great with puns. And next pick will be Kakushikodo. Not my pick as well.
Looks like Taiwan's gonna play the safe route and just see if they can't outdo him in combo alone. Which I don't think that they. I think that they can. I think that they're just gonna go ahead and test this, and they want to see if they can keep their connection stable there.
And this is yeah, as you told me, it is an indeed test pick, and at the same time a safe pick as well. They don't want to bet something right now.
Yeah. I mean, they just took a disconnect loss, so they're down 1 point, and I'm just trying to get in the head of the team captain, try to take the same mindset, and I'd probably take the safer route just to see if I could net the point, and then once I've leveled the playing field, then my next rotation, I'd go hard and pick a mod, something that you could possibly beat them at.
And here we go.
And then it looks like it's actually going to start up now.
There's always a risk when playing a safe that the other team might beat you in accuracy. That's the problem. Or they might just have a better chance at beating you just if they're the better team. So I think it's always worth, especially in the knockout stages when you only have one chance, instead of the group stages where you have quite a few, you have some room for error. So I think it's the best option from the team captain's point of view to really make the decisions fast and find out the best way to counter the opposing team with certain mod picks they feel they're weak at.
So Raikui, let me ask you, if you are the captain of United Kingdom team, then would you happen ask your players to practice hidden?
Of course. I mean, I think objectively when it comes to that sort of thing, if I was to be the captain, which I think Jesse's definitely the best pick for captain because he thinks objectively and he looks at the strengths of each of the players on the team, just as a captain should, so he plays to those strengths and he really knows about his team, he knows about us and he knows what we can do. So he picks against the other team using those aspects, so it gives us the best opportunity to play against it. And if a captain isn't doing that, then you're really weakening your team. Especially, you have to do your research to reckon as a captain, and I think, Jesus 141-2 is doing an incredible job at that. Certainly, internally in the matches, we've really seen it come to play, so good on him.
And we got a miss from Mook SS1231 and Sai Eternal from Taiwan side. And we have an early miss from Blood Monk from Ukraine side as well. It's currently 3 full combos to 2. And it looks great for Taiwan. And Taiwan just missed as well.
Yeah, it actually looks like Ukraine is definitely coming through. Ticklet, you might actually get your upset you were looking for.
Yeah, I'm really a big fan of upset, and maybe that commentator curse did work right now. Drawing missing a note.
You know, I'm gonna request this straight up. You know, when the UK play later today, just don't say anything. Just stop commentating.
Well, I'll be commentating your match, so I'm safe.
Oh god. Good.
I'll be sure to make all the fishermen and fish and chips jokes I can during the UK match.
Hardcore fisherman.
Zitra, the best fisherman.
Zitra's welcome to be a hardcore fisherman. I think we've just discovered the latest meme. I don't know where it came from.
Well, hashtag raincoats.
And we are reaching the last part of the map, and was it Dabal? Mook SS1231, yeah, just missed again, so this looks pretty grim for Taiwan.
Yeah, incredibly strong play from the Ukraine right now. They're pulling ahead, they're gonna go ahead and try to take the second match. And that is definitely not a good thing when the match goes to a loss on your pick.
It seems that Taiwan's team is definitely on pressure. Bakayaro just missed again.
Sai Eternal is holding a very high combo though, keeping their cool during the high stress situation that this tournament brings.
And the results are in, and it is yet another point for Ukraine team. And best score comes from Aka, yeah, with only 13 100s. And following that, Blednak from Ukraine team as well. Great job on. Aka did miss. Wait, oh yeah, I'm wrong. Sorry. Blednak gets the best point, and Aka follows that.
Yeah, but still very strong plays from everybody there.
Mm-hmm. And Bakayaro did hold a great combo for Taiwan side as well.
Mm-hmm. But now that's 2-0 in favor for Ukraine. So Taiwan's definitely got to step it up if they want to make themselves relevant in this match, or it might just be a complete shutout for Ukraine.
I honestly think that Ukraine are really causing some stir in this competition. This is incredible coming from their side.
And we'll have to remember that Ukraine comes from the low seed.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say about Ukraine. I think they're fighting incredibly, and to be facing a team like Taiwan and to do this well under pressure, I'm actually quite flabbergasted. I'm taken aback. This is amazing. Good on every single player. Aka, Blood Monk, Blednak, and Garanya.
So, Raikou, if you win, who do you want to meet now?
Well, it's tough, but I'm still more towards facing Ukraine, because as a member of the UK team, I still feel like we have the upper hand, because we're a very strong team in terms of, you know, some of our better players such as Doomsday and Lovu. And you know, even the performers, like the MVP performers like Portal Life, you know, I think I have full trust in my team, to be honest. There's no one really letting us down at all.
Okay, and we have the next map from Ukraine side. It's Dance of Many, a Fremont pick. I like that space triples. I mean, stacked together at the very beginning of the map. Yeah,
I like its old map style. So it looks like Ukraine could actually be robbing a point from Taiwan on this one. Depends on how well they play. I reckon it's going to be hidden, to be honest. But then that said, Taiwan are very strong with hidden too.
We might see a hard rock versus hidden if we are not mistaken.
Yeah, Taiwan are definitely the wizards. They're like the wizard Harrys.
Maybe only for you switching out for Daban Long for a hidden pick? Maybe? Oh yes, indeed. But we don't know the mods yet though.
Well, this should be interesting to say the least. I don't know who to root for anymore. I still think Taiwan, like just skill-wise, should technically have this in the bag, but Ukraine's showing that stats alone usually aren't enough to get you a win. They're gonna make them work for it.
Absolutely. I mean, to be honest, I think whoever's... I mean, there's some serious brain activity going into the Ukrainian choices here. I mean, here we go with our next map. This is Dance of Many maps in a typical 2012 style.
And we have Hard Rock from Akka, and Hidden from Bloodmonk on Ukraine side, and Hidden on Mook SS1231 and Bakayaro on Taiwan side.
Absolutely no surprise, Hidden from Bakayaro. He's extremely strong.
Yeah,
in fact, if we have to face Taiwan, he's definitely going to be my Hidden rival. This takes incredible reading to read on Hidden as well. I've given it quite a few goes.
And first miss come from Akka and Bloodmonk as well on Ukraine side, and Mook SS, or it might be client trolling me, isn't it?
It could be very possible, but something I'd like to point out is I think Ukraine might have actually had an easier time and a safer time maybe not going in to using something like Hidden, but I don't know their players' roster on how well they can do around with Hard Rock. But I would like to say that for tournament's sake, Hidden is probably one of the more dangerous mods to use because very easily you could accidentally miss something if you're not paying extreme attention to what's going on around you. I'm pretty sure Raikou can go into detail on that, being a Hidden player as he is.
So yeah, repeat that for me if that's not too much trouble.
No, not a problem. I was saying that while we're watching what mods are being picked, I said for Ukraine it might have been a better idea to just go the double Hard Rock, as with Hidden, it's if you miss one thing, if you're not paying attention the entire time, you could easily make a mistake.
Absolutely. I certainly feel like Hard Rock, despite the name, is certainly better for reading. With maps like these on low AR, it's certainly more difficult to read them with Hidden, especially with the more intricate overlapping patterns on such low AR. I mean, it takes practice. I'm saying that from experience. You can't first try maps on Hidden without practicing them.
Yeah.
And so
I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
Hey, go ahead first.
Yeah, I was just going to point out that you have to, when playing Hidden, you have to look for those overlaps and underlaps way before it's time to actually hit them. That way you know where they're at.
Yeah, absolutely. You've just got to completely wizard Harry this stuff. No, I mean, it's true. Hidden, this is it.
But it actually looks like the Ukraine is still taking the lead here.
And we are heading towards the end. And the score difference right now is 7 million.
Taiwan to see Ukraine beat them. Puns. Okay, wasn't funny.
I mean, this is oh.
And 3-0. 3 nailed for Ukraine. What a match here. I mean, Ukraine is definitely showing up.
Action. Oh, hold on. Wrong link, I think there.
So, I guess the best score comes from Akka, I guess, with Hard Rock, scoring 11 million points, and next, and everybody else are almost at the same points.
Yeah, it's about 10 million all the way across.
Yeah, and 9 million as well. It's sad to see only 40 just scoring 6 million, though.
Very strong plays here for Ukraine. That is 3-0. It looks like Ukraine's going to try to shut it out completely. Excuse me.
I'm just saying this is a real upset for Taiwan. This isn't expected. I think the morale's gone. I think this is really affecting the Taiwanese side. I think Ukraine are playing with power now, and it's the same people. I think they're all fueling off each other. They're probably getting hyped up in their own chat. This is really something special to see. This is definitely something special to see. This is.
It's impressive to say the least. I know if I was in that multi-room, I'd probably be hooping and hollering and pretty happy about myself.
Well, we're going to find out what the next map is. This looks like it's going to be Kotoko Unfinished, a double time pick, which is one of the harder ones. I don't know where this is going to go. This is, I mean, Ukraine is so strong at the moment. They're really going to be playing off this.
And Dabanong playing for the Ukraine side now.
Oh, Dabanong's in. Here we go. We've got a sub Reimu Hakare coming in.
A great TP player.
I mean, you've got to get hyped if you're robbing scores off Taiwan.
Yeah, and I think you're right there, Raikou, when you said that they're playing with their head and they're really thinking out everything that they're doing when it comes to maps being
Absolutely.
picked. I mean, they swapped out with one of their good double-time players and everything. They're definitely on it.
Absolutely. I mean, whoever this captain is, I mean, I think it's Aka, or I'll find out for you right now, actually. He's definitely wizard harrying it completely. Or wizard carry, I don't know.
So I'd like to name this point as a match deciding point where Taiwan needs to win this, or else the chances of them getting shut down is quite big, I should say. Okay, here we go.
Believe it or not, with right, you said this is one of the harder double time picks. I would still say that I'd probably be more comfortable playing this one over How Far We've Come.
Well, it's less space than How Far We've Come, I guess. Maybe that's why you're having easy time playing it.
Yeah, I feel that the stuff that's spaced out a little bit further and I can feel the movement. Muscle memory seems to kick in a little bit more for me.
And what makes this map hard is definitely with the stream speed, where you need to burst out your keyboard to get through that 230 BPM over stream. Well, it's not that long.
This particular map has a little bit of syncopation in it at the beginning, and what that means is it's got some very sort of off-time beats and that sort of thing at the start of the map, so you've got to be very vigilant in your timing, especially comparing that to speed.
Yeah, this is incredible though. They are fighting for the top spot here, back and forth the score goes.
And accuracy-wise, accuracy is smiling on Taiwan's side. And we might actually see a miss from Graye on Ukraine's side.
That is a confirmed miss here, and it looks like Taiwan's trying to put some distance between them. They still have their 4 full combos, and it looks like Ukraine. It looks like double time might be their kryptonite.
But we just don't know. Saya Eternal. Yeah. I mean, it's good. It's great. It really might be a kryptonite for Ukraine side.
Absolutely.
But Taiwan's still going strong with 3 full combos on board, against 2 of Ukraine's.
Yeah, Taiwan's definitely like we've got to stop them now. I mean, because if they keep on going, they're just gonna steamroll the whole match and. I don't think Taiwan would be too happy with losing 0-5.
Be an absolute moral blow.
Man, we can also see from Saya Eternal, who just drew an X instead of nice word.
Very impressive movement from Saya Eternal though too.
Okay, the results are in. And it is indeed win for Taiwan, making it 3-1. The score difference is almost 10 million.
I think they're going to try to bring it back. This will be very interesting to see if they can bring it back. Because that would be quite the large comeback now, coming from 0 and bringing it all the way back to 5.
So Ukraine has to be wise on their picks now, since the momentum is on Taiwan's side now.
I think that if they want to take this win, they've showed that they're playing incredibly strong here, but I think they might want to stay away from double time.
Absolutely.
It seems...
But we only have one double time map left for Taiwan's side.
So this could be very strong, seeing as Taiwan are the stronger team when it comes to double time. If they've only got one left, then it means that Ukraine are pretty much free to pick what they'd like.
It's all theirs. I would like to see some Nomad pick from here. That would be a bad strategy, but I just like to see one.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely depends. I've actually lost switch swap on the count. I can't remember whose pick this is now. Is this going to be Taiwan's map pick, or is it going to be Ukraine's?
It's going to be Ukraine's.
Okay, so they definitely have to... I think that they're going to stay away from double time, so we're probably either going to see a Nomad pick, or, I don't know, they might... Yeah, Hard Rock, or they might actually go ahead and go, look, we need to get the last double time map out of here, and just play that as a strategy, like, we'll give them that one other point, but then there's nothing else they could score on. There's all kinds of possible ways they could do this.
Indeed it is. A free mod with a 2 Hard Rock would be a good choice as well.
Okay, so I'm just going to answer some questions from the chat. A lot of people are asking what scores have just passed, and I can confirm with this little update that South Korea have beaten China 5-2. Similarly, the Netherlands have also beaten Australia 5-2. So some very strong performances from South Korea and the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And if it goes wrong, we might see another 5-2 from here.
Well, 5-3 maybe. Ukraine's definitely gotten the 3 point.
Yeah, it could be anyone's game.
Yeah, but 2 more and Ukraine's got it, so I know the pressure's definitely got to be high on them there.
It's getting very interesting. I cannot wait to see the next map.
It is.
And a question from Kala96. Raikou, drink some energy drink to recover some power. You know what, dude? I'm going to do that because I'm pretty lacking in energy right now. Coffee's my kryptonite because I get the jitters, and I've got to play later for the UK team, so I can't risk jitters. Otherwise, I'll feel the full wrath of Twitch chat, and we all know what that's like.
Alright, it looks like they're going to go with Hiatus.
Oh, Hiatus is a fun one. This is a hard rock pick. I'm going to talk a little about Hiatus here. It's stream intensive. It's the most stream intensive map of the hard rock picks, in the sense that the streams are sort of separated and there's a lot of cursor control needed, and they've got some very wide jumps and very high slider velocities, so there's a lot of cursor movement throughout the map. And considering it's hard rock and the circles are smaller, you've got to aim. So that's why I consider this to be the hardest hard rock pick. A lot of people complaining about, and here we go with the map, a lot of people complaining about the other picks, but I think they're considerably easier compared to this one. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how people do here.
This should be pretty interesting then.
I actually played this myself and had a little bit of trouble actually. I'm just going to say that. As a mouse player though.
Ooh, I could see why you would. Those little stacks like that, those are kind of evil for mouse, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's a shared opinion we've got there, Detroit, absolutely.
It's just a very slight hand gesture with a tablet pen, but with a mouse it's a whole different story. Very strong play from Taiwan coming out of the gate here, though. It looks
Absolutely.
like maybe only that one win was all they needed to get the steam going.
See, this is the thing I'm talking about. When it comes to morale, I think that's one of the most important things that comes into play, especially with the warm-ups. I mean, you can totally play mind games against the other team. If you've got a warm-up that face rolls the other team, then they're going to lose morale straight away, whether you like to think it or not. And what's happening right here is I think Taiwan could very well make a comeback, which could be one of the great comebacks that Taiwan are so famous for doing, like the last final. So we'll see if they can pull this out of the bag in the spirit of Taiwan, considering they haven't got the two brothers playing for them, which is a big loss, but there we go, let's see how they do.
Okay, so speaking of that last year's final, Taiwan did actually came back from 3-0 to 5-5 till that tiebreaker. So we might really see the exact same thing. And Ukraine is slowly catching up to Taiwan.
Yeah, they're trying to bring it back. Taiwan's got the slight point lead here, though.
And Blednak just missed, and that would cause Ukraine team a quite bit here.
Yeah, there's still two very high combos going for Taiwan's side. They definitely got they've got the upper hand here coming into this coming into the 75% mark of the map.
Looks like we've got resounding support for Taiwan in the Twitch chat. It's always nice to see multicultural languages, especially when it's in support for the teams they're rooting for.
Now we have a miss from Daban, which is pretty dangerous for Taiwan's side. And the score difference now is just barely 2 million now. Yeah, but it was... Oh, wait.
Whoa! Did that... Let me see if that came in for me as well. Because let me see the results here. Something happened a little bit weird there. It actually looks like that's actually going to be a win for Ukraine. I think there was some last second disconnects there that really did not go in very good favor for Taiwan. Taiwan had it in the bag.
Oh no. I mean, no matter what anyone thinks, no one likes to see this.
No, definitely no. And it's very unfortunate. It looks like one of their players had fully disconnected. And yeah.
You know, I should say, whether we like it or not, sometimes this can just be accidental, and sometimes it can be malicious. And I think when people go out of their way to do that sort of thing, if it is, then it ruins the experience for everyone. I think it's pretty sad, to be honest, but hey, that's my opinion. I'm just assuming you think the same. Z-Chop. Sorry, I get names mixed up. I assume you think the same, because you're quite an outspoken person too, but for the good,
Yeah, it's definitely something that's not exactly cool. I mean, that's why I went and double-checked with the, MP link to see what was going on there, because I noticed that right at the very end there, and that's never a good thing.
Okay, so, I mean, there is a confirmation here. It is Ukraine 4, Taiwan 1.
And unfortunately for those, I guarantee there's going to be some people that are like, yo, that's not fair, and they clearly had it. But I just want to give a heads up, is the only reason the disconnect rule stays like that is because a few tournaments back we had issues with people like unplugging their routers for rematches and stuff like that. And unfortunately, it only takes one mistake to make it, you know, bad for everybody else. So it had to be an established rule.
And considering a lot of manpower and a lot of man-hours going into this tournament, I mean, there's not particularly a lot of money done to produce this. So this is all player. And we're all giving our time in to do this, you know. And not all of us get paid for this. This is something we enjoy doing, so we do it. We aren't massive like the league tournaments, but we try our best. And I mean, to be honest, if this kind of thing happens, we just got to take it with a pinch of salt and make the best out of it. I mean, this tournament rocks as far as I can see, and everyone's having a lot of fun. So when this sort of thing happens, you know, we just look past it. We got past it the last couple of years. So we've made little rules and we've integrated them to prevent, you know, people abusing disconnections. So if someone disconnects, we've just got to have it. It's a rule and it works better for everyone at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And the best thing is, it's all written down. Go on, Z-Drop.
Yeah, it's all the rules and everything are set there in the wiki, and you could read into them. And I do believe the players, while they feel probably like, you know, it's unfortunate, they understand that when they sign up for it. And usually 9 times out of 10, you don't really see that big of an issue. Like, they're like, yeah, I disconnected. It's a bummer for me. Because at the end of the day, it's just supposed to be for fun, guys. And unfortunately, things like this do happen.
Absolutely. I mean, no one wants to DC on purpose. That doesn't happen. And we're not saying Taiwan has today, because this is a new rule that's implemented, but we're just saying this has happened in the past. Not this year, though.
And I do believe this has been in place even since the last tournament, because the tournament before is where it was really abused.
And I guess we are seeing some players from Taiwan side. And small K is in.
Yeah. And, like, I know some people are like, why would you disconnect? It might not be so much Bancho as their connections themselves, too. Sometimes the players have bad connections. I remember myself at one point in time, I had a connection that was so bad to Bancho, I'd see join and quit messages like 13 or 14 times a day.
Okay guys, I'm going to hype this up. I'm just going to make this known. Small K has entered the building. This guy is in the top 6 players in the world, and I think he's here to sub in to salvage Taiwan and bring them back some hope, because they really need it now. Let's see this hyper carry, 5-4. Let's see Taiwan what they do best. They're missing their brothers, but I reckon Small K can do what they both could. I'm very interested to see what's going to happen next map. And it looks like Sweden versus Japan are starting on the next warm-up. Dark Phoenix, the primal scene of Japan that girls saw.
And I think that's the tiebreaker.
Oh my god. See, I do this sometimes.
Everyone does sometimes. Hey, don't worry.
I'm about as useful as Z-Trop's cat when speaking to the mic. No offense to him, he's a fluffy little git, we love him.
Well, my cat definitely does not love me right now. I tried to give her a tuna treat and she clawed me. Ow.
Ow.
Yeah, and so the other match will still be starting according to schedule. We'll probably be jumping on that as soon as this match is concluded. which can definitely, this one might be drug out for a while now that Small K's here. This might go straight into tiebreaker. It's very possible. I mean, Taiwan is an incredibly strong team, and as long as the base god of connection is with them, they should be just fine, I think, personally.
Yeah, I hope so too.
And it looks like they're going to go ahead and use that double time pick.
And it's how far we've come. We're finally seeing this again.
Yep, and it was just like I was saying before, I think Taiwan's going to try to take advantage of the fact that they're strong in double time to get that point back.
It definitely needs to come back from here. With Small K on Taiwan's side, it would be great for Taiwan to take this lead and go into 4-4 and tiebreaker.
That'd be very interesting. Got a very strong lineup from Sweden as well, including Zytox, GNU, and looks like we got a couple of issues on the client side, so I'll come back with some information in a second.
Alright.
So yeah, on the Japanese side we've got Mercurius, Guy, Saria and Poruteri, very strong. Vanillion Air making an appearance again.
Are they done with the warm-ups already?
Apparently so.
So they're probably in their banning phase then.
They seem to all be joining as we speak. So we'll have some more information to update you with.
Alright.
Okay, we're starting. The Kryptonite. The last double time pick.
This is definitely going to be where Taiwan can get a point if they're going to try to get that point off their double time play.
Right off the bat, miss from Ukraine's side. So maybe what you're saying is true, Zikot, the Kryptonite.
Yeah, I definitely believe that is Ukraine's main weakness is double time here. At least that's what it's looking like to me.
I'm just going to say this is the last opportunity that Taiwan have to use double time as an advantage. So yeah, this is really it for them.
And they really need to make best out of it, or else they'll be out for losers bracket. It's really a do or nothing for Taiwan.
Song's kind of fitting, if you ask me.
Oh yeah. And we are seeing a miss from Small K as well.
Yeah, that is not good for Taiwan right now, but they're still bringing the score back.
Bakario holding strong with double time, and others are keeping their great combos along.
Yeah, but there's still two full combos on Ukraine's side, which is not good for Taiwan at the moment. And I think Small K actually dropped again.
And Saya Eternal as well.
Oh man, that's gonna be all she wrote. It might be. Oh, this is the clutch.
This is
Blood
going to
on
get
the
quite
Grande
intense.
missed, and Baccarat as well.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be a victory for Ukraine. They're going nuts over there, I guarantee it.
Unbelievable. They're
That
holding
is-
together so strong.
Really an
That is-
upset.
Yes, incredible upset. Seeing as Taiwan was one of the, if I'm not mistaken, one of the higher seeded teams, versus Ukraine, which was a low seed team, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Indeed, yes.
So yeah, most definitely a different thing. And for those that are kind of going, oh well, don't take that one disconnect as the reason, because you got to give credit where credit's due. The Ukraine won they won 3 matches in a row with just their skill alone there. So that was very impressive there.
And their strategy was great as well.
Strategy
Yes.
was flawless.